Oh. What has the postman brought me? Bill, 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 Bill. Oh, I can't face this. I'll think about that another day. Wow, look at the pictures of next door's holiday. It looks amazing. I'm so jealous. This is what our family needs, a really expensive holiday. How am I going to afford it? Oh, hang on. I haven't quite maxed out my credit card. Let's do that. Yeah, mate, I'm so jealous of your new car. Oh, it looks amazing. I'd love to have a car like that. What do you say? The person you bought it from, the garage? They're offering car finance. Really? Only £200 a month. Wow. Only 4% interest. And I can have a new car. Wow, that's a great deal. Hi, it's Working Dad Trader, and in this video I felt it only responsible of myself to step away from trading and the stock market on this video, and tackle the elephant in the room for a lot of people, something that a lot of people struggle with and find difficult, and something myself that I've been through, which is dealing with debt. A lot of people, and because of a lot of reasons and lots of different circumstances, have got lots of high debt that they need to tackle, and it's hard for a lot of people. And in this video I felt it only responsible that we take on this subject, and no one should be trying to trade in the stock market while they've got high levels of credit card debt, car finance, store cards, etc. Okay, so I hope you're going to enjoy this video. Well, guys, this is a serious subject, and it's something I definitely needs tackling. A lot of people really do struggle with debt and paying off debts, and it's just so easy to just bury a head in the sand and hope it goes away. It's a really, really big topic, and there's a lot of people, especially in January, that need help with debt. And with the pressure of Christmas coming up now, where people are under pressure to spend, it's been a terrible year. A lot of people are lost their jobs because of what's happened. So there's a massive pressure out there, pressure on people's finances at the moment. And I've heard stories of people saying, well, this Christmas we're going to have a massive blowout and buy loads of stuff because it's been a rubbish year, and we all deserve it. And I can sort of see the sentiments in that, and yeah, it's been a bad year for all of us, and we could all do with some cheering up. It's still going to be a difficult Christmas for everyone this year, even under the circumstances, but I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but you also I'm going to come on this video and just point out to you that yes, you might have a great one day at Christmas and spend loads of money and see people smiling. I would argue, is that what really makes Christmas? Is just going all out on massive presents? But you've got to stop and think, for one day, is it worth it? Then when you get to January and the credit card bills come through, and the reality of how much you've spent, money that you never had, and how you're going to pay for it all for the rest of the year. So you might have one happy day, then spend all of 2021 very unhappy because you're having to try and pay all this debt back. So I would just point out, just think about the bigger picture and just take care when making your decisions about Christmas. There's just so many pressures out there. I mean, the whole story, the whole wording of the saying of keeping up with the Joneses is just massive out there. I think you see your neighbours buying things, or if you've got children at school, they come back saying their friend at school is their mum or dad have just bought them this, so you feel obliged to go and buy it as well. There's just so much pressure, and it's even more pressure out there these days, guys, with social media, which I think is one of the biggest drivers now of pushing debt on people. Every time you go on social media, you pick up your phone, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Twitter, whatever social media platform you use, you're looking at people's lives in a small picture, and generally people will put themselves in a good light on Facebook or whatever it might be, of look at my amazing holiday, look at this amazing thing I've just done, look at this amazing new phone I've just bought, look at this, and you just feel, human nature is to feel envy and jealousy, and you want to be like that, and you feel pressured and you feel guilt from your children to match these things. And in reality, you probably can't afford it. And I think people just need to start thinking and being responsible and looking at these things of, am I overspending? At the end of the day, to become financially free, and before you can even start in the stock market, you need to get control of your finances. And that is just the bottom line. At the end of the day, you need to live below your means, not above your means. It's just a recipe for disaster. Don't get me wrong, I've been there in the past. I've had credit cards where I've had high debts, and it took me a long time to pay the debts off before I could even think of starting my journey on stock trading and trying to make the future better for my family. And we all need to have a look at that. And it might be that you have a partner or you're married, and you really do need to sit down together and realistically go through a plan of how you're going to tackle this. Listing, basically you're going to have to budget everything. There's plenty of free budgeting tools on the website. If you put in free budgeting plan, there's loads and loads out there. So have a look at them, download one, sit down quiet, and just go through every single thing that you pay for, all your bills, whether it be water bills, mortgages, rents, electric, gas, phone bill, car bills, petrol. You need to list everything. If you spend money for going out, or if you spend money for buying clothes, if you've got a gym membership, all these things you have to list. But if you're in a marriage or you're in a partnership with somebody, it's no good getting into an argument and saying you need to get rid of that. It has to be sensible, and just try and agree maybe one thing. Just say, look, do you really need to, for example, buy a Costa coffee every day before you go to work? Could you just not skip that out, and that would save us £3 or £4 a day? Those type of changes is what you need to look at to eventually use that money that you're saving. If you've got high credit card debt, if you've got high car finance, you need to really tackle these situations. Even now with the UK banks, if you go into your overdraft, there's big charges now from the UK banks if you're in your overdraft. So they've started to get a lot of bills that way on you. They charge us that way, on you. So you need to sit down and you need to find a way of, whether it's consolidating all the debts, especially the credit cards with high percentage debts, car finance, whether it's to go into a bank and look at taking out a loan that could pull all the debts together and possibly pay it off in one a lot cheaper. It's something you need to really tackle and really look at. And then when you're saving money, when you go through your budget, and you can find ways of just chipping away and saving a bit of money every week to bring yourself in line with getting the debt down. It's hard and it takes a while, but it's something you have to do. There's always going to be the unexpected bills because your car breaks down or the boiler breaks, etc. So I am sorry it's a bit of a boring subject this time, but budgeting is key. You really do need a big, strong budget, and it has to be everything. And just look at things that, like say, you can get rid of or reduce, and you have to make sacrifices at the end of the day. Whether you need to sacrifice a cable package subscription, Netflix subscription. You have to give up going to the gym and go for just a run or a cycle instead. Whether instead of taking the car to work every day, if it's possible, you could walk or you could cycle. You just need to find ways of reducing things and sacrificing, whether it's you just don't go out so often, or you cut down on certain items that are just luxury items basically you don't need. And then look at lots of ways of making extra money, whether it be you could get some overtime to help. There's lots of different side hustles you could do, and there's lots of other YouTubers online who've got some great ideas for making extra money on side hustles and stuff like that, and I will leave some links to them so you can have a look at those. And then from there you can just move forward and get control of your debts and your finances. Okay, so I'm sorry it's not the greatest of subjects, and it's something that I feel we should all tackle and we should all look at. And I just want you to all be careful and be mindful this year, especially going into the festive season, of your finances. I've just asked the question, at the end of the day, it's your life. Just ask yourself the question, is it all worth just one day, and you could be in misery and paying off debt for 2-3 years just for one day? So all I'm going to say is just be careful, and before you even start getting into the stock market, get control of those debts. And I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I shall see you soon. Thank you very much for watching.